Hi friends, MD Vegan. I make a poppy seed pie today, and I made that before. I make a new version now, have some changes. Most importantly, I put a strawberry jam layer on top. That's my guess. I want to combine poppy seeds here. That's almost 2 cups, so that's about a pound about poppy seeds. That's the main ingredient of the cake pie. To combine with the strawberries here. Yeah, that's the idea. They have been frozen, thawed now, and they're very easily available in winter time even. Yeah, and poppy seeds are also a nice cake for the winter because they are seeds and that is mean high nutrients, warming with protein and fat. So poppy seeds are very healthy. They have some side effects if you have too much of them. Yeah, but you need to eat too much. Yeah, you can't eat that many to get really dizzy of them or those. So they have a little bit of hallucinogen effect, but not if you eat a piece of cake or two. That doesn't matter really. You have to eat a lot. Yeah. But so poppy seeds are safe and also healthy. So poppy seed pie today, and I have a small here, a medium Springform, fitted layered here lined with parchment paper. That's a standard. And I begin with the crust, like always in life bakery. I usually begin with this food processor with the S blade. That's the tool that really makes it easy. Make it a nice crust with almonds, for example. Yeah, here I have a small amount of almonds. That's not 2 cups, 1.5 cups maybe. To begin, you have a larger Springform, you take more, but with a smaller Springform a little less. So 1.5 cups almonds might be enough. And I begin with the almonds only, and the dates here, they come later. Because that is a faster way. Put the dates in right away. That would take more time because I have to break down now the almonds into a coarse meal. And if I put the dates right in, that doesn't break down so well. Dates are too soft. So that's why I make a coarse meal first. That's the course meal. Here you see, that's what it looks like. You have an idea. Here like this, course meal. It's dry, of course. And now I need the dates or something to make it sticky. Now I make the sticky dough, and that's what I need for the crust. So here I have 10 or 11 or a dozen dates. That depends. You can also take 7 or so. These are not so large dates. They have been pitted, of course. They go in right in. And as I have the poppy seeds, I think it might be nice together with a little bit of cinnamon. That's totally up to you. If you like cinnamon in the crust, it's nice. Yeah, you don't need that to make the crust. It's just for the flavor a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Poppy seeds like cinnamon, I would say. Yeah. Also, the strawberries would be nice with cinnamon. So let's see. Now, sticky dough. That's the sticky dough. Show you also here. That's what it looks like when I stick it together. That's why it's called sticky dough, that it is sticking together. Yeah. That's what I need to make my crust. So I just have put it all into the bottom of the Springform. A nice tool here to get it out of the processor. The tool comes with the processor, very helpful because you get everything out of the corners here, the edges. That is nice tool. And it's very easy now to make the crust. The only thing with a classical bakery, You have to knead the dough. That's what's the most important thing in classical bakery, kneading the dough. But here, I do first now, I spread the sticky dough evenly on the bottom of the Springform. I want to have an even crust. Could make a tart also, but I want to make just a simple crust, plain. And so I spread the dough evenly. And now, a friend of mine, an online friend on Facebook, on YouTube, told me to use this tool or something like that to press the dough. I usually use my fist, but now I try here just a glass with a bottom, the clear bottom, the plain bottom, to try. She said that it's better. Okay, let's see. Yeah, there are tools for that you can buy, but a glass should do. It's the same, almost the same. Not that perfect, but good enough. So I need to stick that now firmly because that's important for the crust. When I cut the piece out of the cake, when the cake is ready, done, then the bottom needs to stick together as one piece. Otherwise it falls apart, and that doesn't taste very nice when you have the crumbles all the time. You need a very nice crust. Yeah, it's important. So I have to do that now thoroughly. Come back in a moment and show you the result. So this worked, it seems. Yeah. So the advantage is my hands are still clean. I don't need to wash them in between. When I use my hand for that, I have to wash them before I come back to the video. Here. And that's now the sticky dough, the crust. Here. Pretty firm. It's nice. All I had to do with the fingers is go around and press the crust down of the sides. Yeah, because it goes up a little bit. You press it. And that you want to have that on the sides especially firm, because when you cut a piece out of the cake, the sides are the most fragile, so they have to be a little bit extra. So I needed my fingers still, like this, you know, going around all the time. But it's done now. The crust is done, so that's good. First part is perfect. Now I need the filling, and that is again. I use again the same food processor. I don't need to clean it. There are some almonds here, so you see, that's a little bit in the inside. Doesn't matter at all. You won't even notice, especially today when I use a special addition to my poppy seed filling. But first I make the poppy seeds. The poppy seeds are a little bit difficult, you see. I did not soak them. They're very hard. Hard, tiny little seeds. And I need to break them down first. And when I finish the cake, the filling, I don't want to have the poppy seeds completely broken down. I want to have them ripped open, so to say, and broken down, some of them. So I couldn't blend them. Using a blender would break them down completely. But I think the S-blade here, or the food processor, is easier to make that, to get the right amount of processing. So I begin with these hard, very hard poppy seeds, put them into our 2 cups or so. So together with the poppy seeds, to break them down, before I put the other ingredients in that go into the filling, that will be apples and cashews. Before I do that, in a similar way, as I put the dates later into the almonds for the crust, to begin to break down the poppy seeds, I take a half cup of raisins together with the poppy seeds. I did that in the previous cakes here, poppy seed pies, and that was a good idea, so I do that again. So the poppy seeds and the raisins. So I broke down the poppy seeds together with the raisins, Poppy seeds are hard and dry, so I need the raisins. They are soft, also hard, but they have more water inside. Even if as they are dry, they still have some water and something that makes it sticky together, like a sticky dough, also in a similar way as with the almonds. But it's more complicated because the poppy seeds are so hard and small and dry, and not like almonds. They also have water. They are even drier. So that's why they fit together with the raisins also, I guess. Look what I have. Breaking them down, they begin to get a little bit sticky, you see. Show you like this. These are broken down poppy seeds with the raisins. And that's what I did with the first cake. I put then an apple in as a wonderful combination. Here the one apple is seeded and peeled and cut into these pieces, just to give it a nice sour flavor, sweet and sour flavor. It goes so nice with both the poppy seeds and the raisins. That's my go-to combination to make a poppy seed filling. Just poppy seeds, raisins and an apple, like that. So I put that out into the poppy seeds to get my classic filling. But today I make a difference. Today I add cashew nuts. So I put it aside for a moment. I come back to it later. And first now, I have now the apples and the cashew nuts, you know. And cashew nuts, they are the creamy part. I want to add a creamy part to the poppy seeds. So a poppy seed cream, so to say, a creamy poppy seed filling. And to do that, I would not just put the cashews into the processor, because, you know, they wouldn't really break down. They would stay chunky. But I want to have them in a cream, so I want a cashew cream. So to do that, I put them in a blender. And as the blender is pretty large, and the apples go into the same dough, into the filling, I add together 1 cup of cashews, or almost a cup, and 1 apple. Apples first. The blender likes the softer apples first, and the apple and the cashews, and a little bit of water, just to get the blender going. But I cannot take too much water. Just a little bit to get the blender going, as I will see now, because I want to put the cream into the poppy seeds. And if that is too runny, the cream, the poppy seed filling might run away and might not stick together. I don't want to use another thickener. I just want to leave it as is. Let's see if that works. So, apple, cashews, a little bit of water. And the blender dance. I will help it turn over a little bit, because you see the sides of the blender are full of cashews and apple, and I want to have it all down in the filling. So I scrape it down a little bit to help it. If I had more cashew nuts here, a larger pie, I wouldn't need to do that, but you know, you help yourself if you have to. One more. So let's see. It looks like a cream, okay. So I put the cream now here. You see, that's what it looks like. The cream goes now into the poppy seed filling to make it creamy. I thought it would be nicer to have it together when you have a strawberry layer on the poppy seeds. That's why I thought about the cashew nuts. But let's see if that works. I'm very excited now if that works. I think it might work also with the poppy seeds. To still, the poppy seeds are not broken down completely. They are still a little bit, they have some structure, some texture. And now, let me get all of the cream out of the blender quickly here. Yeah. Oops. A little funny place here, a little, and here from the lid too. So that's it. Oh. So that should do it. Now I have filling, the poppy seed cream filling. One more time. So all I did now, I processed the cashew cream with the apple together with the poppy seeds and the raisins that were already broken down. So that's what I have. You see, it looks a little bit more grayish. You see the color is a little lighter than poppy seeds only with the raisins. That's a little bit more gentle now, the flavor. So the flavor is a little bit more gentle, I guess, more creamy. Poppy seeds are very hard, and the flavor too, very strong. And I thought with the strawberries together, the creaminess might be preferable. Let's see. So I put that now all into the crust, my filling. Oh, that shouldn't be difficult. And what I see is, it seems to work. The filling is not running away. It's still a dough-like texture, or similar to the original poppy seed filling without the cashews. So that seems to work. I was worried a little bit if when I put the cashews into the poppy seeds, would I need a thickener? I didn't want that. I wanted no thickener. The poppy seed cake is so wonderful. You have these tiny little hard seeds and break them down and they keep together. Absolutely fantastic. You know, you get this wonderful poppy seed filling without doing anything. What's that? Without doing anything, you just break it down with an apple and raisins and you have a filling that keeps together for a cake. And that's always the most crucial thing. If I make a cake, a live bakery, does the filling keep, you know? Or do I need a thickener or so? And with the poppy seeds, that's wonderful. So I have to now make it right here. I have a spoon to get it all even. So then the next step will be the strawberry layer on top. I'll show you how that works in a moment. But first I even it out here. It's a nice topping. I hope it works. Looks good. Doesn't need to be perfect because, yeah, there's another layer on top. So needs to be nice but not perfect. That's the case now. I'll show you in a moment. So see, this is my poppy seed cream filling. Yeah. So that's that. Now the last layer, the strawberry layer, is just strawberries and dates. Yeah. These are, as I showed you before, the thawed strawberries that have been frozen before. And well, a cup of dates. Because I guess it's nicer for a strawberry jam if I add some dates to make it creamier and sweeter. You know, sometimes the strawberries, they are not sweet enough anymore when you have them frozen. They are rich in nutrients from freezing. They go direct from the field into the freezer, so they are high in nutrients. But sometimes the flavor is not so perfect. You have a fresh strawberry, that's of course nicer. But the dates help a little bit with that. So I have here, well, it's maybe more than a pound of strawberries here. It's a bag of strawberries, and almost a cup of dates go together. And but now this thickener, I need a thickener for that, because the strawberries by itself and the dates, they would run away. They would be liquid and run away. But a good thickener for making a jam, for example, is Locust bean gum. Here, that is a white powder, and that is has almost no flavor on its own, and you can put it into a fruit gel jam to make it a little bit thicker. And I tried it before, it works. It thickens the strawberry jam enough to keep it on the cake. So just a teaspoon and a half or so of the locust bean gum. Let me see, I break it down first because I want to avoid to get into lumps. So I break down the strawberries first before I put it in. Now when I blend it too long, like that with the psyllium husk, then it might stick, because once the psyllium husk is in the jam, it thickens and then it's hard to blend. So it's easier to do it this way. Let me taste it. Looks nice. Wonderful. Very nice. Here, you have a look. That's what it looks like. See, it's runny. You couldn't put that on a cake. It would run away. But here's the magic locust bean gum. I got that in a health food shop. You don't get it everywhere, but it is available. It's a common thickener. You can get that everywhere. So put it in, blend it up. I hope that works. It also takes some time, of course, before the psyllium husk really thickens up and it is a real jam that is firm, but you can already see it. You have a change here in texture. It's still running a little bit, but it's a lot firmer than before, and it will continue to get firmer and firmer. But I have some time now, some moments here, to put it onto the poppy seed cream. Yeah, it's the right amount, I would say. It's a nice topping layer. That works. And I'll get everything out of the blender again. So don't waste. I don't want to waste the nice strawberry jam here. So get it out and yeah. And it already begins to thicken up. But that's exactly what I want. Yeah, it's a nice amount. It's not too thick a layer, not too thin. It's a nice amount. So I have a nice strawberry flavor experience on top of the poppy seeds. I never did that before. I don't know if that works as a cake, but well, surprise, let's see. I have been wondering for some days now, how do I want to make my poppy seed pie, the next one. The last one was with pears. I had pears and cashew cream on top of that. That was very nice. And then I thought, why not put a strawberry on top? And then I come up with this. Here. That will firm up even more. And then I put it in the refrigerator, put a foil on top, and tomorrow I can cut out one piece and show you. And then I'll taste it. In a moment I'll be back. Here we go. Yeah, look at that. I put a foil on top. Now it's one day later. Yeah, here is the foil. I always put the foil on my pies or cakes because when I do this, I avoid puddles here on the surface. And these puddles, the water that comes when you just put a plate on top of it without a foil, there is air between this, the surface of the cake and the plate, and that air is full of water. The water comes from the cake, goes to the plate, and drips down back, and then you have these puddles here, and then you have different colors, darker, lighter, and it's not so nice. I mean, it's not the world. You don't want to use such a foil. Well, then don't. Yeah, I do it, and I reuse it. I will cut a piece out of the cake now, and when I take out my piece, put the cake back into the fridge, I put the foil back on, so I use it until the cake is finished. So that's why I don't waste that much of the foil. Yeah. So, but it helps me to make it more beautiful, and that's also important. We eased with the ice first. So now I have to open it. The Springform has a mechanism to make the spring larger. So I see if I can do that now without doing anything else. But usually I have to take a knife and run around the cake. If the surface, whoops, no, I don't need to do that now. Wow, that's great. See, it works like that. That's wonderful. The other way around, so yeah, that's it. Have a look. It's my strawberry poppy seed pie. Yeah. And one thing I have to say, the strawberry jam on top, yeah, I made it with locust bean gum, or carob gum, that's also called. Now, locust beans, carob, you know, that's a kind of cacao without the stimulant. It's a very ancient fruit. It has these very hard beans, the seeds. They are little black stones almost. And they crush them and make them into a meal. And that is locust bean or carob gum. And that is a very nice thickener. I used it in this cake to make this strawberry jam. Because the locust bean gum, I like it so much because it's white and it doesn't taste it tastes neutral. So you can have a nice jam with a thickener that doesn't taste by itself, so it doesn't change the flavor so much. It gives it a little bit more a broken red without the locust bean gum. The thickener, it would be a brighter red color. Be nicer, of course, but you know, that's always the question. If you make a raw food cake, you need to make sure that the filling and maybe the top is firm. How to get it thick, how to get it firm, gel up or something, you need something. Yeah? And locust bean gum is a nice way to do that. But something is needed, and you always have the question. That's one of the most important things, how to solve it when you make a raw fruit cake. Because you cannot bake it, yeah? You have to make it raw. And so I will cut a piece out now. Let's see what it looks like. So I have a knife and put it into the middle of the cake. This will be a sharp knife with a very thin blade. Yeah, it goes through. Be careful. Now I have to cut through the bottom, the crust, slowly. And I can already see that the top, the strawberry jam on top keeps together, and also does the crust. Also keeps together very nicely. So the shape of the cake is right, the filling is firm. It's always the question, as I said. Sometimes if the filling is too soft, runs away. It's too firm, it doesn't taste so nice anymore. It's too thick, it's also not nice. You have to find the medium. Not too thick, not too light. Something in between that it is nice and keeps together. So let's see what I can do now here. It looks very nice so far. Oops. No. Isn't that nice? It looks very nice. I put it on a plate and I'll show you in a moment. Look at that. Isn't that good? Yes, so I like it. Now I will taste it. Oh, yeah. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like my video, subscribe MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Now, that's my strawberry poppy seed pie. Hey, something to look forward to for this afternoon. What do you think?